Alrighty, fifth graders. So we're going to take a look at your Module 1 end of module assessment review. So we're not going to go through every single question, but we'll talk about most of them. This is review of everything that we've kind of done for Module 1, and this is very close to what your end of module assessment is going to look like. So if you have any big questions or you're not sure about something, either let me know or check Canvas for Miss Sally's review session today. So let's take a look, shall we? So number one, you are using a place value chart to show why both of these equations equal the same number. So you're going to show the first number and then multiply it or divide it by that power of 10 and show kind of why they equal the same thing. Number two, you are using an area model to explain or to find the product of this equation. And our equation is 2.9 times 4. So remember, we take one of our numbers and put it on the side, and then the other number is going to go across the top. And then we multiply. So we have 4 times 2 and 4 times 9/10. So 4 times 2 is going to give us 8, and 4 times 9/10 is going to give us 3 6/10. And then we add these together. 8 plus 3 6/10 is going to equal 11 6/10. Okay, so remember, we multiply into each box and then add our numbers together at the end. Number 3, I did take out a couple of them, so that's why the letters kind of skip around a little bit. So there's A, C, D, and F, and you are comparing greater than, less than, or equal to. Make sure that if it helps you to write the number out in standard form, if it's not already written in standard form, to do that. So for example, for D, to write this out in standard form, if that's helpful, or even for A and C to write it out in standard form. Four, you have a kind of 4-part word problem. So cupcake maker Jillian has mixed 21 and 312 thousandths grams of powdered sugar, 13 and 335 thousandths grams of milk, and 5 and 102 thousandths grams of butter to make frosting for 7 cupcakes. So I like to, as you know, underline all of my numbers. Your first question is asking about how much frosting did she make in grams. You're going to estimate the amount by rounding to the nearest 1/10 of a gram before finding the sum, and you need to show your work. So you can round each one of these numbers. We'll round the first one. So I'm going to put a P for powdered sugar. And if I'm rounding this number, 21.312 to the nearest 1/10, I'm looking at the next number over. 3 is going to round down, or is going to stay the same. It'll end up 21 and 3/10. All right, so you'll do that for the next 2 numbers, for the milk and for the butter, and then add them together. B, you're finding the actual total, so you're going to add all 3 of the actual numbers together. And then there's a second part of the question: what is the difference between the estimate and the total amount? So you have this box over here on the side. So make sure that you put numbers in both of them. C says how many grams are in 1 serving of frosting. So you're going to divide here. You're going to take your total and you're going to divide by 7. You can use any strategy you want to solve it. Just make sure that you show your work so I can see how you did it. And then D, you're rounding the weight of 1 serving to the nearest gram, so to the nearest whole number. And that is the end of your Module 1 review. Like I said, if you have any questions about anything, you're not sure how to do something, please let me know. I am here to help. So you only have 3 pages. Like I said, this is super similar to what your test is going to look like. So if you have any questions or anything at all, please let me know, or check Canvas for Miss Sally's review sessions. And yeah, I'm here to help if you need anything. Have a fantastic rest of your day, 5th graders.